2, hey ha, it's my gorgeous son! Introduced by me, Bruce Springsteen? No, it's Rollie Bush! Talking about his favorite subject in the world, as always, the only thing I can ever talk about, because it's the subject on which I dwell, the nightmare that haunts my sleeps, the creature in the background of my life, always in my peripheral vision, never fully in the foreground, and never the way I fully want it to be. It's my own son, gorgeous boy, Andy Bush!
Nice introduction. Thanks, Dad.
Do you like that?
Yeah,
what a little
a nightmare.
I started Springsteen, gentle Americana, and then I went full Cronenberg by the end.
Why do you still call me your gorgeous son if you're just you hate me so
You're
much?
my beautiful boy, okay. But it's a shallow Hal situation. Your beauty is there. It's there, but we all gotta learn to bring it out. Is that the plot of Shallow Hal?
Shallow Hal, no, isn't Shallow Hal about a guy who falls in love with an overweight woman, but he's hypnotized to think that she's good looking?
He's hypnotized?
He's hypnotized to think she's good looking, and it's supposed to be a progressive movie.
How on earth is that not a Jim Carrey movie? That's the plot of every Jim Carrey movie.
Where he's hypnotized by some magic
but he wouldn't be
amulet?
hypnotized. He'd like hit a gypsy with his car or something. And then
thinner.
now he sees fat people small.
So a
the
comedy
movie would
thinner.
be called Fat People Small. They're still the same weight, but they're much shorter. But in this world, that's the sexiest thing you can be. 2 feet tall and as wide as you want to be, baby.
I like how the moral of Shallow Hal is he likes them even though they're ugly, but we think he's weird for it still.
I don't know if that's the moral.
That's not the moral.
That's not the takeaway.
That's not the takeaway. That's where it starts.
The problem with Shallow Hal is that it's trying to be progressive, but it's just there's all of these like overweight person jokes. Like you see Gwyneth Paltrow jump into a pool, but then all of this water comes out. Oh my! What? How can this small woman?
How
make
could that thimble make all that wave?
How could that?
That's my favorite catchphrase from that film, by the way.
How can we forget the titular scene where, of course, Jack Black goes into a burn ward and sees a beautiful child and later finds out that the child has third-degree burns all over their body.
The ugliest.
But he can see the child's personality, which is why the child is hot.
Wow. I can't wait to introduce this new voice eventually, but well said. Well said, complete stranger to the podcast listener. That, you know what? That moment and that scene really taps into something we can all agree on as a society, which is if only they could get rid of those burns, those kids might be okay.
Is that actually in the movie?
Oh, you better believe it.
I have not seen the movie. I've only seen clips of the movie. But this is disgusting and awful. I hate
the emotional climax.
The people that made one of my favorite films, Dumb and Dumber.
Who is this? Is this what's
the
their
Farley
names?
Brothers, man.
Fairley Brothers?
Fairley Brothers, is it?
Farley Brothers? Fairley?
Oh, it's
I don't know.
Fairley. You're right. It wouldn't be Farley.
It's man, they have a, can I say, mixed filmography.
Yes.
Some high highs and some low lows.
I actually listened to the director's commentary for, what was it? Kingpin. That's what it was.
That's a high.
I liked
I
Kingpin.
think, right?
Well,
I haven't gone back and watched it. I feel like that's one of those ones where the politics get dicey.
Yeah, again, it's just kind of like they have a joke about like him sucking off a bull. That's kind of
I like that.
Yeah, hilarious.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. Our anonymous guest likes that a lot. Wow. That's okay. That's like the that joke in Top Secret. It was the weirdest joke. Remember that Val Kilmer sort of pre-Naked Gun movie?
Oh, I watched it. I loved it.
Yeah, remember that part where, I can't remember who it is, but I think it's like a French buffoon. Everyone's favorite farcical trope. Yeah. A French detective who's also he's a bit full of himself and he's gonna get it.
Yeah.
And he's in a cow costume, like a 2-person cow costume to infiltrate a castle or some shit. I don't remember. Anyway, a bull takes quite a liking to this obviously fake cow and then porks it up.
Oh yeah, the French buffoon gets
like fucked by a bull in what we're supposed to believe is his real asshole. And all it does is make him cross his eyes a bit.
These guys refuse to do Airplane 2 to do Top Secret.
Like, first off, this guy's in a bull costume, so there's presumably not a hole in the fabric of this costume
but a bull
for
cock
the asshole.
would be able to break that.
But hear me out.
Okay.
Then he's also not He's in pants in the costume. And how do we know his asshole lines up perfectly with the painted bull asshole? So we are to expect that this bull asshole ripped through two different fabrics.
It's a bull cock.
And then hit the bullseye.
Oh.
That's what I was leading all this to.
Okay, sorry.
I don't think I know enough about bull penis to know how sharp and pointy they can be when they need to be, when they're after what they want.
Could be like a duck's penis, kind of like a corkscrew.
Oh, God.
Is that a duck's penis?
Oh, yeah.
A corkscrew?
Yeah.
Yes,
Same
it
with
is.
dolphins. Corkscrew dicks.
Wow. We are really...
Corkscrew vaginal canals.
We are building up the suspense to reveal who the hell this is. You know what? Let's get it out of the way because why not? And then we can bring our new friend into the conversation. We can still do a little riffing before we get into the main event. Move on to we're still on the aperitif part of the meal. We're still
You can really get to that French vibe there.
yeah, I'm going full
French.
Francais. And well, there might be a connection there in terms of our next guest, but possibly not. Our next guest, I didn't even get his name, nor do I care to know it, because he comes from a sect of humanity that I frankly look down on a bit. Welcome, an incel! Yay!
Thank you so much for having me.
You are welcome, an incel. What the hell is your name?
Well, online, my handle is u_mad_69.
All right.
Offline, I go by White Knight.
All right.
Patrick Gelfler.
Patrick Gelfler. Okay.
Yeah.
So just Patrick Gelfler.
We'll go by Patty
You can
Gelfler.
call me White Knight.
White-
That's a White Knight to you.
Super rather not do that. You mad 69. I recently rewatched that video, Pat. Remember where that came from?
It's Pat?
What? No.
Oh, I thought you meant no, but I thought you meant that, the SNL sketch.
It's Pat.
From 1994.
No, I didn't
I
recently-
don't watch SNL because there's women on it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. Listen, fine. I was going to say, remember that? It was like from a Cameron interview with the You Mad Bro. You mad? You remember that?
Yeah.
It was
Is he
Bill
talking about-
O'Reilly,
Yeah, Bill O'Reilly.
interviewing Cameron and some other rapper on like the Riley Factor or whatever, O'Reilly Factor. And then they're trying to debate, what is it, just violent lyrics or some shit? And then,
Yeah, I remember.
Bill O'Reilly's basically trying to get Cameron to be like, isn't it rap's fault that there's violence sometimes?
Yeah,
And
I
they're
just
like, what are you
beat
talking
the
about?
shit out of my assistant. May I not blame rap? All right, yeah, and then
Bill O'Reilly, personal hero of mine, just want to say.
you like Bill. Wow, okay, we're building up. There's too
We
much.
should really explain what is
That's true.
what is an
yeah,
incel?
You're right. I'm burying the lead here.
Yeah.
Burying it 4 times over, which is what we're going to want to do to our next guest, our one and only guest. So, Pat Gelfler, explain to us what the hell is an incel?
Incel stands for involuntary celibate, which basically means that I have a disgusting penis and I'm angry that nobody wants to suck it.
I don't know if that's the dictionary definition of either of those words.
It's a well-known community definition. Yeah, essentially, I don't have sex because I think I'm disgusting, but other people think I'm disgusting, and I hate them and myself for it.
Wow. Okay.
Well,
this
that's
is.
it. Well, she's really
That's a lot.
He's a very self-aware incel.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
am. You know, like my semen is gross.
Oh, Jesus.
My balls are gross.
Aw.
It looks like somebody stomped on my crotch.
Hey,
Oh,
don't say that
no.
about yourself.
Yeah,
You
come
haven't
on.
seen it. It is complete carnage down
Oh,
there.
he is pulling it out, and yep, that's bad.
Yeah.
Oh, that's incredible.
Super big,
Super
but
big.
absolutely revolting as it is long.
That looks like if someone beat the shit out of the hamburger helper hand.
And the glove came off. There's a
Yeah.
bloody fist underneath.
Yeah, if somehow Wes Craven directed a movie about the hamburger helper man, and it was all about the glove coming off.
You should see my ass. It looks like the chest from Videodrome.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Wow. I've got the perfect image now of you reaching into your own ass and pulling out, I don't know.
A gun.
Yeah, but the gun just shoots a little flag that says, please have sex with me.
It's like you know me.
So an involuntary celibate, as opposed to a volcel, a voluntary celibate, so someone who could have sex but would rather not because of the state of the world or whatever, you are, okay, so there's clearly a lot of self-aware shame in you. Is this reflective of your community, or is your community more proud to be wanting sex but involuntarily not receiving it.
My community is very proud to hate the people who do not want to have sex with us.
Okay.
But you want to have sex with them.
It's a very complicated issue. The reality is all women are disgusting. They're all sluts. We can all agree. We're all men here. We can all agree on that, right?
I think we can all agree we're all definitely
I am not
men
going to
here.
move on until everyone says they agree with what I just said.
Yes, the premise.
Women are sluts.
Oh.
Do you agree?
No. No, I don't. Patrick.
You don't agree,
You don't
Dad?
agree?
That all women are sluts.
I didn't realize I was going to be in a debate. I wish my buddy Steve Bannon was here.
Oh, you're friends with Steve
You know
Bannon?
Steve Bannon?
Oh yeah, we're up close and personal, you know. You look at that guy. You could just
Wait,
tell by
no.
his face that his dick is rotting.
I've never heard friendship described as being up close and personal with someone. What do you mean? Have you met him?
Of course.
And you've
through
seen his
chat boards.
And you've seen his penis?
I don't need to see his penis to know that it is wrong.
Oh, okay.
Wow,
All right,
yeah.
Fair enough.
I've seen Steve Bannon's penis. It's a babushka doll. You know those
Like
Russian
a Russian nesting doll?
a Russian nesting doll.
And then in the middle there's just spiders.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you've seen it too.
Yeah, no, I know all about it.
Yeah, you open it up and it's a smaller penis, and then it's a smaller penis, and then it's a smaller penis, and then it's 5 spiders that you'd think would, once you release them, would run away, but they're comfy there.
They're pretty comfy there.
Yeah. They kind of give you a little look like you're letting the cold air in.
Close it up.
Close it up.
Normally have 4 layers of protection.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I actually read something about Steve. I read Steve Bannon found all of this incel stuff through World of Warcraft. I don't know if you knew that. I don't know if you play World of
hell are you
Warcraft.
talking about?
Yeah,
Really?
level 80 paladin.
Yeah, I'm not kidding. He back in the late 90s, he started a company in China where he would get a bunch of Chinese guys to play World of Warcraft and get armor, and then he would sell the armor for real money to Americans. And then these American kids were frustrated because it was creating an imbalance in the game, so they became very racist, and then lobbied Blizzard to stop this practice, the company that makes World of Warcraft, and they shut his multi-million-dollar company down. He lost a lot of money, and he was like, "Who are these people?" And then he just kind of started to get into it and realized that
Race politics ruin everything again.
Well, let me just say, because this is an apt segue into the obvious reveal that Andy is himself celibate.
Okay, listen, I'm not. It isn't by
Andy, would
choice,
you
but I'm not an
describe yourself-
incel. I wouldn't say I'm an incel.
If
So
it
you
isn't
wanna
by
be
choice,
celibate.
It's incel.
Yeah.
You're not volcel.
Well, but I'm not. But I'm
You're not
I
Volcom.
don't subscribe to any of these views that.
Andy's incel. So, and I
Yet
guess
you
that's
know
the
the
problem.
histoy of Steve Bannon's
I do know the history of Steve Bannon.
Business
I've read
know it
career.
pretty well.
Andy knows the history. It's not. Andy came upon that information by reading the history of Blizzard games.
A lot of steps here indicating where you may or may not stand politically.
Blizzard is a very powerful and interesting company if you really get into it. Just so you know.
It hits
That's
you
what
like a
people say
snowstorm.
about
You can't
when they
resist
watch
it.
Hitler
You got to stay
documentaries.
inside. What'd you say?
That he's very powerful and interesting. That's what people say when they watch Hitler documentaries.
Oh yeah, Andy's totally. Can't deny
Now
those
there's
uniforms.
another guy.
You can't deny that fashion. A lot of good. I mean, obviously, this is Andy. I'm quoting Andy.
You're
I'm
not
gonna have
quoting me.
Last
Volkswagens.
Christmas Eve, Andy got drunk and said the following, but stretched it out over 45 minutes. You can't deny the fashion. I'm not saying I'm behind every decision Hitler ever made, but you can't deny that certain innovations came out of it. Maybe fascism can fuel technical innovations. This is Andy saying this over 45 minutes, and they say, you know what, I think he's a good-looking guy. That's Andy. Remember?
No, I don't. I did not say that.
I always
that.
did wonder why you had a Volkswagen keychain, even though you do not drive at all.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And
They're efficient cars.
Oh, God. Efficient cars. Don't put it like that.
You're coming under some fire right now, and I want you to know, as my fellow incel brother, I have your back. We are a community. We must stand up for each other. So
Is
I'm
this
here
why
for
you brought this guy here to help me? What?
To
Why did
be
you bring
honest,
him here?
yes. I met Patrick, whose name I didn't know at the time. I just knew him as UMAD69, after he briefly debated me online and won. Made a lot of good points. And I thought, he directed me to some brief information about incels, and then it got me thinking, wheels turning, and I thought, man, isn't this cool? Wouldn't this be, I've got a son who's celibate against his own choice. Wouldn't it be great if he had a community to discuss these issues with and maybe bond with?
Your dad said all of that to me over the chat board. Well, isn't this cool? This is how we opened up his interest in incels.
Yeah.
So he could tell it was the real deal.
And I could not deny the interest with which I was so interested in the fact that Patrick here, now we know his name is Patrick, was just so open about his issues. I pretended moments ago to be seeing his penis for the first time, but he showed it to me over a video chat.
Want to see it again?
It hits the table so hard every time, like an anvil. Like an Acme anvil.
I really throw it down.
It's very
I don't
dense.
treat it right.
It's super dense.
Yeah, it's like a whole kielbasa.
It does have multiple prongs. I wasn't lying when I said it was like a hamburger helper hand.
That's why I know so much about corkscrew penises. Just gnarled roots of my dick.
You know when you go to a Chinese restaurant and you order something off of the part of the menu where they don't even translate it into English, and then they kind of give you you're like, oh, wouldn't this be kind of neat? Like, I wonder, let's take a chance. And then they kind of look at you like, all right. And then they go back into the kitchen, they bring you like, I don't know, like a pickled duck's foot. That's kind of what your penis looks like to me.
Thank you.
It was a long way to get there, Dad.
Do you have that experience? You ever had that experience?
That compliment.
I do that every time I go to a Chinese restaurant.
You do?
I order one thing off of the Chinese-only menu, and then they give me a look like, fuck you, you don't even know what that is. And I give them a look like, give me it.
I always get the chicken balls. The chicken balls.
Chicken balls.
Chicken balls. Yeah, those chicken balls.
I know what chicken balls.
The way you said it, like you didn't know what it was.
I said it like, where is this story possibly going?
No, I was just saying that's just what I just
Oh,
get.
that's
The
just a
same
little
thing.
slice of Andy.
It's just a slice of me.
Slice of Andy. That's just a little piece of me. That's Andy.
I wish someone would order my dick off of a menu.
Oh, shut the hell up, Patrick. I really come and go on how I feel about you, man. Another thing about Patrick that's so interesting, you've got a tail.
Yeah, a rat tail.
Yeah, but like a real one.
Like a real rat's tail.
Yeah, and it's coming out of your, right where it
Yeah,
would
right
be.
in the middle of the back, not even the lower
So how did that
bone.
come to be? Is that a prosthetic? Or?
Yeah, it's my character. My character in World of Warcraft that we were talking about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my character has a rat's tail coming out of its back, gives it +3 defense. Mine is 10 charisma. Unfortunately, really affects my personality.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Wait,
so
But
I
you have
figured-
this in real life also?
Yeah, I wanted to, being an incel, it's all about finding a new persona and person for yourself online that's stronger, better, having much more sex than the one who is offline. So on all of the chat boards and in World of Warcraft or in any other game I play, I want to espouse the type of person that I wish I was in real life. A Chad.
Tell
Yes,
us what
tell
that
us what
means.
Chad
What are
is.
these terms? What's Chad?
Chads are like buff, hot dudes that fuck a lot of babes.
Around on this podcast we call those Rollie Bush. Rollie Bush. That's me.
Yeah, we got that.
Yeah, I noticed I could smell the Chadness on you. You know that you can tell that a Chad has better semen by the smell of his farts? That is a real incel theory.
The hell are you?
I'm not just bringing this to the table now. This is online, readily available if you ask Siri.
So so incels go around smelling men's farts.
They believe that women like to date Chads and allow Chads to fart around them because if you smell their farts, you can tell that their semen has great virility. Whereas incels' farts smell terrible because their semen is rotten. Like milk in the back of the fridge, left too long, comes out like curdled lumps. I mean, you saw the size of my dick hole at the end of each of those prongs.
my God.
You know it comes out fast and loose.
God.
I just hang it over the lip of a toilet
Oh my
and let
God.
it drain.
Don't do this.
You have multiple penis holes,
Don't
which is
do this.
terrifying.
You don't even want to know what I do with my rat tail.
Like a sprinkler.
Yeah, I don't know if
It's like a
that's
crazy daisy, but it is literally crazy.
I don't think that's a rat tail. I think that's a long skin tag on your back.
It is pretty flat and soft.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
I
Wanna
think
touch
maybe.
it?
I don't know what. No, okay.
Okay,
It does have the texture of a rat tail,
It's
though.
long
so that's
enough to just
interesting.
reach across a table, huh?
Yeah. Oh, it's really
Oh,
long.
look at that. It's prehensile. That's
Oh,
fun.
yeah. Oh,
You're holding a mug with it.
holding a mug. I'm pouring tea with my hand into the mug that's held by my rat tail skin tag. We're
Wow.
having fun.
You're like a Miyazaki character. You really
Like
get things
my
done with
neighbor
every part of your
Totoro,
body.
If he was disgusting.
Yeah. I'm Totoro, but if I kept trying to fuck your daughter.
Oh God.
So you're still actively trying to have sex with women?
No, because they're all sluts, as we all agreed on earlier.
Okay, no, we did not agree on that.
We did not agree on
We
that.
all agreed.
No.
We all agreed.
No, I think there's a lot of very lovely women out there, and some sluts. I'm just kidding.
But also, I mean, what's wrong with this is not slut. I mean, sluts in itself. Like, if a woman wants to have sex with a lot of people, isn't that fine? That's what's
No. Incels believe, and I'm an incel, so I know this. Incels believe that the first man that a woman ever has sex with, that is who their partner is for life. And if you have sex with a woman who has sex with another man, there's a chance that you're touching any semen that's left over inside.
That
her.
is not true.
Also real and online. You can look it up.
So
We
they're
truly believe this.
Scared of touching any potential leftover semen residue.
Better believe
from
it.
past lovers.
I want my semen hot, fresh, and ready.
But
Delivery,
also-
not DiGiorno, baby.
But also they're smelling bike seats to figure out whose semen smells better at the same time.
Smelling farts. There's no contact, nose to seat.
Wow.
Just huffing
This is
those
a very complicated
toots.
lifestyle you live.
Wow.
It is so elaborate and confusing, and almost all of it is entirely unnecessary. And that's why I do it and share the good gospel. Thank you for having me on today.
Are you familiar with the, I would say, widely accepted scientific theory that what you eat causes what you make to smell or look different?
Yeah, but Chads are jacked and cool, and that makes their dicks and semen smell good. Idiot.
It's true that when I fart, it smells like a cloud of whey protein powder, because that's all I eat. Because I'm jacked now. Have you guys noticed?
Well, you have, you're bigger, a little bit bigger. It looks like
Yeah, that's why I called you a Chad.
Yeah, it looks
I'm
like
ripped.
You've been working out a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I got pecs now.
Your dick must be like super normal and have maybe one prong?
Yeah, I'm in the one prong crowd.
His dick definitely doesn't look like Elephant Man's finger.
Yeah.
Thank you!
My dick is nice. It looks like that one statue from DC. You know that one? The one that everyone's always thinking about?
Abraham Lincoln sitting in the chair?
Yeah, that one. That
Your
one.
dick looks like
Yeah.
a big Abe Lincoln?
Yeah, my dick's, it's massive at the base, tapered at the top, but it's got shoulders. And it's thoughtful.
It's called the Washington Monument.
Yeah.
Which
Should have
one?
known. The Washington Monument.
Are you
What
talking
you're
about the one that's the prong or Abe Lincoln?
Not Abe Lincoln. No, that's just Abe Lincoln.
Because you would have thought I was talking about the prong, but I'm talking about Abe Lincoln.
Okay,
I
you're talking
pivoted
about-
hard.
Okay, all right.
I pivoted, and now I'm talking about a big guy sitting on what's a chair, but it's also a book, maybe. I've never seen that fucking monument. All I know is that in every movie, Jimmy Stewart had it in his contract that he had to look at it for a bit. That's all I know about that monument. Every 10th Hollywood movie has to feature one character just giving that one a big old look. Right? Do you have favorite movies in the incel community?
Oh,
movies
yeah.
that reflect your values?
Mostly we love just the intro song to Goosebumps.
Why?
That's not a movie.
It is to us.
opening
It is to
credits.
us. And it captures a lot of the incel pride. That's
It
our
is
anthem,
scary.
actually.
What is
bum,
that?
Bum, 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 and then the dog barks in the background, yeah. You know what I'm talking about, right?
No.
Dog barking
barely.
along to the
reason why
Goosebumps
is-
theme song.
I barely know what you're talking about.
It's because the Goosebumps lettering is all goopy, like our fucked up bodies
Oh,
and all the
God.
semen we never ejaculate.
If you watch a full episode, you might like that too. It's kind of.
I don't have the attention span.
I feel
I'm
like
too
you-
angry.
I feel like you'd like The Brood, that Cronenberg movie. You'd like The Brood.
I like movies where, I can picture myself being in that space, like anyone having sex with a woman in any movie, anyone kissing a woman in any movie.
Yeah.
I love watching videos of old church sermons, so I can just go like, yeah, there's a bunch of virgins in here.
Okay.
Tight, like that.
Jesus
Do
Christ.
you like where movies where the underdog wins? Is that because do you see yourself as an underdog?
Do you like The Mighty Ducks? Because I will say that Iceland team, bunch of Chads. Or is
Bunch
that
of
number
Chads.
2? Is that number 2? Oh, if I listed number 2.
I've only ever skimmed the movie. I just watch the end when they win.
Oh yeah.
It's the only part I can watch. I
yeah.
can't handle them getting beaten down.
In number 1, they beat the rich team. and then the rich boy whose home was technically repositioned on the. Remember, there's the rich boy who becomes good. Mighty Ducks is a communist movie about class revolution. Yeah,
the rich boy becomes good because his family loses all their money or something.
No, it's like it's rezoned. So technically, now he's in the Mighty Ducks zone. He's not on the rich team zone, I think. But it's also about a greedy lawyer, Estevez, who I think has the same intro as Thinner. I think it's like a greedy, lusty lawyer who like drinks and drives and gets in an accident and then is punished just in a slightly different way.
Yeah, isn't this also Hardball? Or no, not
Hardball with Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, the Keanu Reeves.
And he has to...
I think he might be a lawyer and has to do like community service. Or maybe he's not a lawyer.
That.
Somebody gets shot in that movie. I know that for sure.
What about The Karate Kid? The Karate Kid's a movie about an underdog who ends up getting the girl.
No, all of these movies do not feature exclusively white casts, and for that reason, I will not watch them. Because I believe in a white ethno state, because clearly I am the perfect human specimen. People should only look, act, and have dicks and skin tags like me.
Wow.
You go back and forth on your opinion of yourself, it seems. So
I am the best of the worst. Humanity is terrible, but I'm right at the top.
Okay.
Oozing and coming all over the place.
Wow, I remember that speech from, I think, is that the big
The
speech?
opening of Goosebumps.
Oh, is that's how they open it's just, it seems like a WWE speech from a character who will get throttled. But if I remember correctly, it's a character holding a microphone, screaming at an unwilling audience, and then that da-dum-dum starts and dogs start to howl.
Dog starts to bark, yeah.
And then a dog runs away with what I always thought was a severed hand, but now is being revealed to me might be just a multi-pronged bad dick.
Oh, don't! It's gonna get started up in here.
Oh, I do know this.
So this is your favorite movie?
Yeah, let me take out my dick and light the end of it and wave it around.
No, don't light the end of your dick.
Smell that?
This is the Incel theme song.
This sounds like if like a shitty lounge jazz band tried to play.
The dog does bark.
Wait.
Oh, I get it. That's a dog bark.
It sounds like if a lounge band tried to cover the Matrix theme song.
It's a synth dog. Why did they put that in there?
That's like if you
roo. Yeah, it's good, but let's add a dog. We need to add a little bit of a dog in there.
The dog is it what? Is it like that? I didn't listen.
It's a fucking dog.
Is it a spooky howling dog or is it like a dog keyboard dog?
It is a
The
dog
dog is-
keyboard.
It's a dog keyboard dog.
Wait. Oh, I missed it.
I am edging right now. You better play that.
Oh, don't let him edge.
I'm always edging because I never have sex.
There it is. You missed it.
Damn.
You listen.
It's dog keyboard.
It's dog keyboard. Someone
He's
threw that
singing
in.
along
What?
to the song.
And either they didn't notice and then they slipped it through, or someone specifically requested for a dog keyboard to be in there.
Why would they use dog keyboard? Why
And
not
they,
just use a
Show
howling
power.
dog?
Show power. Dogs are powerful. Dogs are male. Dogs are masculine. Dogs are virile. They can run fast. They fuck a lot.
Dogs are also female.
No, they're
Oh
not.
my god.
So who do the male dogs fuck then?
What's this
Cats.
theory?
Dogs fuck cats.
Oh, dogs fuck cats.
Of course.
Cats
Okay.
are girls.
Right.
Dogs are boys.
Yeah. I feel like, and dogs come from Venus and cats come from Mars or whatever.
Cats come from Jupiter to get more stupider, so you know our gospel.
What'd you say?
Cats come from Jupiter to get more stupider. I don't think it can be any clearer.
Where do dogs?
Mars to get more chocolate bars.
But, oh my god. There's so much going on right now.
Man, I'm learning so much about the incel community.
I cannot follow all of this.
Dogs come from Mars to get more chocolate bars, and cats come to Jupiter to get more stupider.
But also cats.
See, Andy gets it. I knew you were an incel.
I'm not an incel. I'm just trying to really wrap my head around what this whole theory is and what your guys' philosophy is.
Andy, look at the crotch of your pants. It's bulging in all new ways. You're changing, Andy.
Yeah, that's what's happening.
Just as the Grinch's heart grew 3 sizes,
My
you're
penis is growing prongs.
3 prongs.
3 prongs.
you're
that day.
realizing what you always were meant to be. You're being shallow held.
Involuntarily shallow held.
Yeah.
Yeah, I shallow held you. I hypnotized you.
The mask is coming off. This is why every time you jumped into a pool, you made a normal splash instead of a normal splash, followed by 5 prong-like mini splashes. A bit away from your crotch area.
I cannot follow this conversation. I don't know what's happening.
So ducks have corkscrew penises.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yep. So that all their stuff stays in there.
Well, yeah, it's actually...
No, I know.
Here, it's so the female duck can't get away.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
Which is gross. But yeah, that's what I've heard on the internet.
Yeah, I
don't know what you meant by so all their stuff stays in their stuff. I don't know what that means at all.
Oh, I think you know exactly
so
what
I don't at all know what that means.
So their semen stays inside.
But
boom! I knew you were an incel.
I'm not an incel.
How does the corkscrew make that work?
Corkscrew? Because it's a harder path. You ever try walking out of a cave in a straight line versus a cave with a bunch of twisty turns?
No, neither. What? What are you talking about?
Well, that's why you don't understand. No first...
What do you mean?
You have no first-hand experience.
What caves have you... I've walked into, like, I guess a little cave on the beach.
You ever walk into a cave and it's like that one hallway and in Inception, like corkscrewing around?
Oh, yeah.
You gotta do that.
Yeah, have you ever walked into a cave and then suddenly you're in a Satoshi Kon film?
Nice, Jesus.
You've been in a lot of caves, have you?
Yeah, look at me. Look at my pallid skin. You can see my veins through me.
Oh, yeah, you're like...
It's like stay in a basement.
Yeah. You are translucent.
Yeah, which makes my dick way freakier.
Sorry to make this the all-movie reference podcast, but have you guys seen that movie where those ladies spelunk into that cave and they get trapped? The Descent?
The Descent. Oh, no, don't tell me about that.
You don't want to know? Are you going to watch it?
Yes, my mother's been telling me to watch it forever.
I watch it with your mother because I'm your dad. Okay. I'm your dad. Are you going to go pee so I can talk about it? Yes. Well, first of all, I just want to say that I'm the luckiest
guy. Gotta hold on
to
all the prongs, just so you know.
Do you have a normal toilet bowl or a different kind?
I have like a series of clay pots that are laid out so that I can just pee and they all land in the right spot.
Yeah, like you're trying to catch rainwater from the leaky clay roof of a Mexican villa.
If you didn't know what was going in there, it would be very cute and almost endearing. But it's me and my disgusting penis being into 6 pots on the ground.
Yeah. The prongs seem so close together when I saw them, but now I'm understanding that maybe they do quite spread.
Well, the holes are not directly on the end. They're all over the top, bottom side. Like a flute.
Oh, yeah.
Or a clarinet.
Like 5 ocarinas.
Oh, you get me. I'm so happy to be amongst my people here today.
All right. So, The Descent.
Please, yeah.
Stay in that... Oh, he's turning on the fan. He doesn't want to hear that. He doesn't want to hear about the Descent. So 5 ladies. Spoiler alert, everyone! If you want to also go to the bathroom right now and turn on the fan, because mommy told you to watch a movie that came out 10 years ago, and you haven't gotten around to it yet. 5 ladies descend into a cave. Andy, stay in there. I'm not done talking about the Descent. We got sidetracked by realizing yet more what the incel's penis looks like. So anyway, and then you think getting trapped in the cave is going to be the only problem, and let me tell you, that's problem number 1. Problem number 2 is there's a bunch of translucent skinned creep folks that are scurrying about, and they're kind of like mole people. And anyway, you do remind me of those.
Thank you so much. I mean, as incels exist pretty much only to bother regular people.
Yeah,
that is an exact perfect photo negative of my life around other people, you know? Just creeping on women who don't want me around, translucent skin, live in a cave.
Yeah, I
wish I was dead.
I'm just noticing this for the first time, but I can see your organs and a bit of your... I'm looking. Yeah, you got your shirt off. You're stark naked. I don't know why I didn't mention that when it happened.
I am completely naked. It's the only way I can concentrate. I'm keeping it all in.
I thought these were tattoos, but no, I'm just looking at your beating heart.
Yeah, watch this. How many fingers am I holding up?
4.
Yep, that was behind my back. Jeez, you can see right through.
And now 6, but on one hand. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Your organs all look like dried figs, too.
I am broken on the inside. I don't know if you can tell by my brain, but things are not working properly in here.
Oh, yeah, there's the There's the lid of a can in your brain.
The lid of a can, and there's a figurine of Calvin from Calvin and Hobbes peeing that I've just got smashed into there.
Oh yeah,
he's peeing onto my brain.
Yeah, and you've tattooed the Ford symbol onto your brain.
Yeah,
and he's
fuck Ford.
Are you a GM guy?
Oh, you better believe it, brother.
What do you think of Doug Ford? Do you like Doug Ford?
Okay.
Oh man.
And he comes out of the bathroom cruising, cloud 9, ready to play on words.
Oh, it's great. I'm feeling good.
Any white man who looks to ruin the lives of others is welcome with open arms into the incel community, or at least that's Jordan Peterson's 8th step.
I didn't know he had steps. Steps
Oh,
to
he
what?
has steps?
Steps
He has
what?
like 12 steps. First one is clean your room.
Okay,
which I do.
Self-evident.
Yeah, second one is cats like you. Dope.
That's the second step.
Yeah.
If cats like you, dope.
Not really a step, more of just work on it. You know?
That seems to contrast with cats are from Jupiter because they get more stupider.
Yeah, but I mean, you want women to like you so that you can reject them like they've rejected you. It's really sound logic.
You're sounding more and more voluntarily celibate. But okay, I just don't understand the
No,
fine
women
line.
also hate me.
Gotcha. But if they liked you, you wouldn't want them.
No, not sluts. I will only have sex with white 14-year-olds.
Oh,
who
God.
have never had sex with
Oh,
anybody
my
before.
God. Do we need to put,
Okay.
I know that podcasts don't exist in a ratings economy, but do we need to put a...
Oh, we need to put a trigger warning all over this baby.
Yeah, TW. You believe in trigger warnings.
No, I believe that you should be triggered. Warning!
Okay. I looked up
What are these?
Jordan Peterson's steps for life.
12 steps.
12
yeah,
steps.
Okay. Eat beef, only beef. Nothing but beef. And please talk only the way I talk. This way to talk is the good way. Like a Muppet who needs. And then step number 5 is the plot of Snow White. Anyway, go on.
Honestly, it's almost as stupid. Step 1 is stand up straight with your shoulders back.
Fix up, look sharp. You know, a lot of people don't know that Jordan Peterson was one of the first grime artists. Andy, who's your favorite grime artist?
I don't know what grime is. Like Mary Poppins type grime,
Mary Poppins
you know,
type
like the
grime.
Dick Van Dyke guy.
Oh, like
Van
because
Dyke.
he's a dirty guy.
Honestly, I picture that's what
Andy
I
thinks
He's
that's
technically
grunge
English
music.
and he's dirty.
Well, he was
Yeah.
he did a little bit of rapping and stuff.
And
He was in a chimney. He's quite dirty.
Andy, who's your
It's a chimney
favorite English-ish musician who represents as dirty?
Well, Dick Van Dyke isn't English anyway. But
I know, but he,
do you know he had to
tries.
pay Walt Disney to do that? To do that role?
What do you mean?
He had to pay him to do. He wanted to play whatever. What was the guy's name? Whatever the guy's name.
Chimchimery.
Chimchimery Man.
What the
Ralph?
hell's his name? Ralph?
No, it's not Ralph.
Ralph.
Kids.
What was his name?
Ralph.
Dusty Ralph.
I'm a magic nanny, and this is my best friend Ralph. with his spooky chalk. Want to go inside Ralph's chalk? That's a murder version of that movie. That movie's the best, by the way.
He actually had to pay because Walt Disney wouldn't let him do it. He's like, no, you're not the right Ralph or whatever his name
Yeah.
is. And then he finally was like, I'll do it for free. And he's like, no.
Still no.
And then, still no. He's like, I'll pay. He paid $4,000 to play that character.
And what about the other character? Did he pay another $4,000?
Yeah, well, no, together it was $4,000 for both those characters.
He's good. His accent
great.
is, trash, but he's charming as hell.
He was amazing in that.
He's very funny as the bank guy. Remember that, Ev?
Yeah.
Remember when
I
he's the
didn't
bank?
know he
I
was the
remember-
bank guy until because I saw it as a child.
I know, and I lied to you. Because I remember one of your first things as a child, you figured it out right away. You don't remember this, but you were like, hey, I think that's the bank guy's the same as the chimney sweep. And then I said, no, it's not. I gaslit you. And the reason I did
Love
that.
gaslighting.
Me too. And the reason I did that is because I thought you were getting a big for your britches. So I gaslit you a bunch. At the end of Fight Club, you're like, wow, so they were the same person. And I was like, no.
Love Fight Club too.
And that's when you were like
Of course
25.
you love Fight Club.
I love Fight Club. I love American Psycho. I love these books. Anyways, what are those other rules?
Yeah, I want to keep going on these fantastic rules because they're. I mean, yeah, some of them.
So
are
I'm
great.
ass naked, but I have exceptional posture, as you can probably tell.
You do.
'Cause
And
I'm following the
I can
rules.
see your spine, and it's straight
It is
as hell.
Straight as a shower rod. Just rigid.
If you don't mind me saying this, the can lid in your brain is incrementally sinking lower and lower.
Oh yeah, there's not much holding it up. It is rotten top to bead in this body.
How'd you
Everything
get that
inside.
in there? Because I don't see any visible scarrings on the top of your head.
Yeah, I swallowed it, and then I sneezed. And then
Okay.
straight up.
That actually
like in the
makes total
scene,
sense.
thank you. Like in Final Destination, when Sean, Aston Scott, or whatever his name is standing by the train, and the train kicks up that hubcap and it slices his head off. It was like that, but a miniature version. Oh, this is the movie reference you don't get. This is the movie reference after fucking. This is the one.
I'm sorry, is that film by Satoshi Kon? Because that's the only films I know.
Look, give me those rules.
Satoshi
Give me those-
Kon.
Number two, treat yourself like someone you are responsible for helping. Yeah, all right.
That's nice. Do unto others. Yeah, of course.
Sure.
Wait a minute. It's not do unto others. It's treat yourself good.
Oh, wait, what? Say it again?
Yeah, treat yourself like someone you are responsible for helping.
It's just do unto yourself.
Do unto yourself
There's a lot
the
of
way
arrows going
that
in.
you would do unto others,
Yeah, that's-
hypothetically.
What?
Say it again one more time.
Okay, treat yourself like someone
Yeah.
you are responsible for helping. So help yourself. Make sure that you...
Okay, that's
Some
not...
Ayn Rand.
That's
Love
not-
her too.
I mean, that's not bad in and of itself, just treat yourself well.
Number three, make friends with people who want the best for you. All right.
Thanks for having me again, guys.
We are not friends.
Are you sure?
You're a horror
We
show.
sound almost exactly the same.
Oh my god.
Oh, wait.
We do sound like we're both about to crank into a rendition of SNL's Da Bears sketch.
Compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to someone else. Not to who someone else is today. Man, Jesus, these are poorly worded.
Convoluted on
But
purpose.
stupid people think that it's smart the way it's written.
Yeah.
And isn't it?
It's convoluted.
Oh, the-
Compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today.
That is absolutely brilliant. And
That
the can
sounds-
has reached the middle of my brain.
Listen, I'm not going to give him points for originality, but there's a self-evidence to that of don't hold yourself to the standard of other people. Try and just improve incrementally every day.
Are you getting on board with Jordan Peterson?
I think the
not
problem with
to.
What's happening? Oh my God!
the problem with
This
Jordan
is how
Peterson
it
does not
starts.
appear to be these rules. It
No, but
appears to
keep
be
going.
much else.
Wait. Well, number 12 is pet a cat when you encounter one on the street.
Told you that there
That's
is a
number
cat
12.
one in there.
Pet a cat. Isn't
mean, that
number
must be
2
a joke
also
rule.
about cats?
Well, I don't know. Just pet a cat when you encounter one on the street. What? That must be some kind of like.
That's kind of cute.
Yeah. No,
Like-
see,
See?
Yeah.
do not
Now say
bother
it with me.
children when they are
All women
skateboarding.
are so...
What does
What?
he say?
This is on. Do not bother children when they are skateboarding.
Yeah, that's a grand
Big problem in the
metaphor, I'm
incel community. Just getting in there. When
Wait,
they're on
so
their
Jordan
ramps.
Peterson is
What's going
one
on
of his
with
rules
rules?
is basically skateboarding is not a crime.
This must be. Is this
Jordan
Wikipedia?
Where's
Peterson-
the cleaning rooms in there, right?
Clean your room is not in there.
Be honest with me, guys. Is Jordan Peterson
Set your
Bart?
house in perfect order before you criticize the world.
Okay.
Yeah, don't
So
throw
my room is
stones.
clean, which is why I can say I only have sex with white virgins that are anywhere from 12 to 15.
But I don't think that specifically means clean your room. I think your house is like your whole life,
Just
and your family. and
people who
everything.
live in glass houses. That's that shit.
Oh, these are highly interpretable, and you better believe I take the broadest definition possible
Fair
that
enough.
serves my reasoning and my reasoning alone.
It's a metaphor for clean your
Let me
house.
see these rules. Let me see these goddamn
What
rules.
he's saying is, buy Windex, spritz around.
Honestly,
Clean
that
it
is a
up.
good rule for your community, I think, to just kind of clean yourselves, clean your rooms. Like, I think Jordan Peters fans
This
do need
is
to
a
hear
list
that.
of, yes, has my mom told me to do all these things? Yes. Have I listened to her before hearing Jordan Peterson say them? Absolutely not. But now that we're all on board, say it with me. All women are sluts.
Oh God! So I think to me, what we've shown here with these rules is, first of all, not a huge number of points for originality on these rules. It's cobbling together some pretty accepted shit and tying in some weird other shit that I guess we're supposed to imply or like infer like metaphor from, like the skateboarding shit.
Yeah, I'm assuming. Yeah.
Like just let people enjoy themselves while they're.
I hope
escaping.
there's an entire chapter dedicated to just like letting skateboarders do what they want. That would be fantastic.
Just
Fine.
list all the
People-
skate tricks. Let them ollie, grind, 180,
Even 5-0.
chapters and chapters.
If you see a child tossing a nollie flip guy on your street, Don't bother him. Ask someone else for directions.
But if someone tells you what pronoun they want, you tell them
You
they're
tell them,
wrong.
get
You
the
don't let them be
fuck
with
out of
that.
your face.
Interrupt them.
Yeah.
Correct them. The worst thing you can say about these rules, in my opinion, is that they are not the work of great wisdom.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Well, you had a whole self-help thing for a while there. You were doing.
Oh
some
yeah,
self-help
yeah,
stuff.
exactly.
What
And
were
I didn't
yours?
become world famous YouTube man. Granted, this was before YouTube. This was when the only videos you could disperse online were E-Bombs World videos.
Oh, baby, give me that albino black sheep. Give me that newgrounds.com.
Oh man, I was a member of the Jerky Boys for a while. Did you know that? The prank duo, actually trio. I was the Spinderella to their Salt and Peppa. There's way too many references in one. I was the third Jerky Boy who got worked over and pushed out, and You Kick My Dog was me.
You were the one who did You Kick My Dog?
I was the one who did You Kick My Dog. I was one of the first people on the internet who realized that if you put on an East Indian accent, that's comedy.
And that's why I'm going to get along with you so well. You were sounding like my very good friend. You might know him, Joe Rogan. I don't know if you're close with him.
Oh, yeah, we go way back.
Yeah.
I remember him when he was in Casey and JoJo.
Oh, wow. He was JoJo, I presume?
Yeah, what was that song that Casey and JoJo did, All My Life? Was that All My Life? I've been waiting for someone like you.
Was he doing what?
He was JoJo. Yeah, a lot of people don't know that JoJo was Joe Rogan. Back then, he went by Joe Rogan. It's Casey and Joe Rogan.
Oh,
Actually,
wow.
KC stood for Kansas City. It was a weird band. It was everyone in Kansas City plus Joe Rogan. And they had one R&B hit. Anyway,
Can I just ask you, just to get back to the Jerky Boys thing?
Yeah.
How did you feel when they came up with it? Because they didn't mention you. They had a movie. I don't know if you saw it.
What?
They had the Jerky
Boys had a movie?
which I was a big fan of as a child. Yes, as a younger age.
What was it called?
I mean, Jerky Boys the movie, and they did all their
That's
characters,
the title
their voices.
I came up with.
They got out of scrapes using
Did anyone
using,
kick a dog
using
in
East
this
Indian
movie?
accents.
Did they really?
Yes.
God damn it.
So it's kind of like a bad grandpa kind of movie, like where
well,
like
no,
a,
it was
like
no,
a prank
no,
thing.
no. It was they didn't use that. It wasn't like reality or anything. It was just a full like movie, like the Spice World kind of thing. That's
Okay.
what it was.
First of all,
Jerky Boys the movie is the Spice World of Jerky Boys.
Yeah.
fucking Jerky Boys.
What happened? What was the falling out?
I came up with prank phone call ideas that, in their words, were too much, too far.
Really?
I can't wait to hear
went
these
too
as
far
an
with-
incel.
Yeah, you went too far with the Jerky Boys.
Yes, because I wanted to push things further. I wanted them to call someone, and then in the middle of the call, I would break into the house of the person they were calling and beat the shit out of them for real. And we'd get it all, and the prank, and the key would be, are they going to still stay on the phone even though they're getting their ass kicked?
That is an amazing bit.
I wanted to start a little chapter of the Jerky Boys called Animal Pranks. So you call a dog and you speak to the dog in an East Indian accent. See how long it takes the dog to hang up. And
What's the longest phone call you ever went for?
I called a lobster and pretended to be a delivery guy from a Chinese restaurant for an hour. Andy, you were asking me if I wrote a self-help book. The answer is yes. Yes, I
remember you
did.
were dabbling in that when I was younger.
Yeah, I wrote the 38 steps to a happier you. And I wrote this, as I said, back in the E-Bombs World days. So that's when my videos were getting out. But there was 38 steps to turn you from an unhappy you into a happier you. Will you guys want to hear
Yeah,
at
what
least
is
38?
Yeah, I want to hear at
All
least
38
37 of them.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll see if I can spring for 38. Step number 1, you gotta go get it. If there's something out there you want, you gotta go get it. And if someone else is keeping it from you, you gotta know how to ask. And then, and if you don't get it, there you are.
And that's pretty
That's step
self-evident.
one. That's still step one,
That's
right?
the first
That's
step.
step
yeah.
one.
Got it.
Step 2 was the way you would do unto others as they would do unto you. Do that unto you, but only when others do unto you.
Can you say
There's
that
a lot.
again,
These are
Dan?
very
No,
wordy.
and I don't feel like I should have to.
Okay, because
That would not be me doing unto me as I would do unto you, but done to me that way that you would do unto me, but only unto
He
you.
does have a point
Yeah,
there.
that's fair enough. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
Number 3, if you see a kid and he's trapped in a balloon
Balloon boy, if you will.
and it's traveling across America, don't interrupt him.
I know when you were writing these now, I guess.
That one I wrote before the Balloon Boy incident.
Oh, really?
Wow. And that's why I was asked to be on CNN and various news networks, and I was the only voice saying, leave the boy alone.
What's step 16? Give me...
Yeah, we're deep in it now.
Yeah.
Step 16 is so good, and I can't wait to get there. Here's step 4.
Oh, God.
Do the do is step 4.
All right, do the do is step 4.
Do the do.
And you did turn that into a Mountain Dew commercial. It's just that one.
I made a mint off of step 4. Yeah. Number 5. Number 5 was so simple. Yeah. Number 5 was so simple. If you've got a Canadian rap duo that gets into Dungeons and Dragons type lyrics, and you're also hardcore and you want to take it to the next level, hire a rail-thin praying mantis of an R&B singer to sing your hooks on every song, every time. And that's the step that led to Mocha Only joining the Swollen members.
That one can be applied to nearly every personal project.
So you're saying Mocha Only read this and then decided to be part of this?
Or the Swollen members did, or someone at Battle Axe Records. Step number 5. Did I do 5 yet? Did I do 6? 38 steps.
This is a 2-part. This better be a 2-part fucking podcast.
Step number 6. It's a simple one. If you're Meryl Streep and you got it going on, baby, keep it up. And, because there's always going to be people telling you, do this or do that, or why'd you choose this? Why'd you choose that? They make more of your every decision because the more you're in the limelight, the more you're going to feel the heat. But if you're Streep, baby, you've earned the right. You did Deer Hunter. You did Kramer versus Kramer. Pretty soon you're going to be doing Mamma Mia, I think. And then adaptation. You're going to get credit for all these things. Devil Wears Prada, that's going to seem outside of your scope. But, you're going to make it work. You're going to be a hot hit. So don't let anyone dictate your career but you, Meryl.
And that's the title of the chapter.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the chapter was coy and quick. It was just 2 words. It was like, C title.
This book was clearly orally written. Like you were just talking and someone was transcribing it.
Oh, yeah.
Stream of conscious.
That's why there's a nice round 38 rules.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, when I found out there were 38, I was like, that's way too much. And they're like, well, yesterday when you were wasted on cocaine, you told me to send it to the publisher's stat. And when I asked you if you wanted to wait until you were sober to make that decision, you hit me.
Business.
Yeah. And we all know who was the person transcribing this book for me. My gorgeous boy, Andy.
I know. I blocked most of it out of my memory, but so I don't really remember most of the rules.
Reliving it now must be really great.
Look at you now. You're a great typist.
I'm just hoping you get to maybe. Can we just skip a couple and get to?
Well, you'll remember Rule 38, Andy, because it's the one that I let you remember. So no matter what I say or do, now or in the future, I love you, Andy. And then it was ... not accreditation to the third jerky boy. It was my ultimate prank. Chapter 38.
That you don't love your own son.
That's right.
And you did transcribe that.
Yeah, I did.
You were the one who put that pen to paper.
It really hurt.
I remember because even in the final copy, you could see the stain of a single tear on not. That was the O in not. It was a single tear.
It was a tear.
And then there was a picture underneath it, and it was me posing next to Andy. But this is early days Photoshop, but I had Photoshopped an anus over your face. Oh, man. Well, you know what? We've spent too much time on all this shit, and as rule number 29 of my book says, get it going, baby. Don't slow it down. Speed her up. So, let's move along to the segment that we love and cherish from our very own podcasting ingenue, Everardo. Everardo's Tricks and Things, Trivia Games, or whatever, from the boy they call Everardo.
All right.
Yeah.
Sorry to cut off the theme song. I got a little excited. Just so excited to bring back one of my favorite games, Bald Win or Lose.
Oh, God, this game is terrible.
Alec Baldwin?
I'm pretty sure we all
I
liked it.
love that guy.
Yeah, it's like
Great Trump impression.
Yeah, bald win or lose. Or should it be bald win or bald lose?
You like Baldwin? You like the Baldwin?
I love Alec Baldwin.
But he hates Trump.
No, I know. It's the candor in his voice when he yells at his daughters over voicemail. Really just is my siren song.
Fair enough.
My iTunes, it consists of the Goosebumps theme song, and all of the voicemails Alec Baldwin has left women in his life.
The Pig Chronicles.
Better believe it.
That's fair.
So I am in it to win it,
Last
baby.
time we played Baldwin or Lose, Ev read the speech from Alec Baldwin that he left on the most famous voicemail, and we learned that he quotes his own Glengarry Glen Ross brass balls speech in the voicemail. He's too clever by half.
Oh, that guy has a long shadow, if you know what I mean.
Sort of.
Anyway, so I'll talk about a scenario. I'll bring up a scenario, and you have to guess which Baldwin brother this is in reference to.
This is the easiest game in the world.
Alec, Billy, Stephen, and Daniel.
Sweet Daniel, ever forgotten.
Okay, so this Baldwin launched a campaign to prevent an adult bookstore from opening in Nyack, New York.
Well, it's got to be Christian Stephen.
I'm sure. Yeah, that one.
It was him.
Wow.
I have no idea.
I know my Baldwins.
It was Stephen in 06.
I have a Baldwin fact, but I don't know if it's going to be in there, and I don't want to ruin it.
No, you ruin it.
Okay,
This is already ruined.
I'm near positive that Billy Baldwin has a tattoo of Hannah Montana on his body because he was told that he would get to guest on the show if he got the tattoo, and then they never let him be on the show.
Oh my god.
So he just has a Hannah Montana tattoo.
Is that one of the
That
questions?
is one of the questions, but I'll just ruin it, say it now, and it was actually Stephen.
Steven!
It was Stephen, unfortunately.
Oh, I got my B-boys all mixed up.
That feels like some false idol worship from old Christian Steve.
How old was she when he got that tattoo?
Not old enough.
Yeah.
He showed it.
Oh god.
Sorry, trying to get the slug in.
He did get HM tattooed on his shoulder, and then showed it to her in November 2010 at a book signing in Nashville. And never got the part.
And after she spurned him, he added a quick ampersand and started repping for H&M. Everyone's favorite home of clothes. Go ahead, Ev.
Okay, and this, fans made an unsolicited website to get cash donations to help improve this Baldwin brothers' career.
Oh, gotta
Billy?
be Daniel.
Or Daniel?
Oh, it's Billy or Daniel. Wait, say it again?
Billy.
Okay, fans created an unsolicited website to help get cash donations to help revive this Baldwin
so
brothers'
it's kind
career.
of a prank. Oh, that's a mean prank. I don't know.
I'll go with Billy.
I'm going to say Billy.
Billy seems
That
like
is-
the one who had a career. Daniel never had a career, really. Gotta go with Billy.
It was Stephen.
Steven.
It was Stephen, and I
guess he had more of a
actually
career.
don't think it was a prank. I think because he is very Christian. I think that Christians did this earnestly to try and help him. Just be like, he just needs help or whatever.
In the way of the Lord.
And so you can go
insane that he
to
couldn't-
restorestephenbaldwin.org. Help if you can. And we are sponsored by Restore Stephen Baldwin.
Oh,
Is that
yeah.
one of our sponsors now?
Great.
This is paid content. This part of the game.
I should probably mention my sponsor, 7-Eleven Chicken Taquitos. The one that are just rolling around on
That
there.
is the only ethnic
one-
food you will eat.
One
Yeah. Oh,
product?
because they are not ethnic by nature. They're in air quotations taquitos.
You're sponsored by a single product, one example of a product at a store.
Yes, sorry, and I didn't mean to say taquitos. Chicken taquito. It's one specific chicken taquito.
You're sponsored by a flavor of taquito.
Better believe it.
It sounds like just one 7-Eleven is holding a chicken taquito for you.
Yeah,
They're
no,
not
I
throwing
called
it
ahead.
out.
Yeah, I called ahead.
Keeping it for you.
Yeah, I said, can I put this on hold? And they're like, nobody buys these anyways.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. That reminds me of when I was sponsored by, remember 5 Alarm Chili? So I was sponsored by the 5th Alarm.
Oh, wow.
The one that really means
Yeah,
get the hell out.
Exactly. You
Yeah.
want none of that
Wow.
2-alarm or a 3-alarm sponsorship.
I couldn't get...
Then you're a cuck.
Yeah, it was only cucks who had 1 through 4 alarms.
Yep.
Is that Baldwin or Lose in full?
That was a full.
Because we blew one of the questions.
Sorry.
I do have the transcript from the Alec Baldwin voicemail if you want to
No, that's
reread all
okay.
of
That's
it.
Like music to my ears. I mean, I listen to it every night anyways.
You're ready for your world as an incel, so Andy's an incel now.
Yay.
Everardo and I have withstood the allure somehow, but we're going to go get into our 2-person cow costume and walk around the pasture and see what happens. Patrick, by the way, a little shout out. Do you want to shout out your favorite comedian in the Toronto scene and possibly a podcast or two or something that they could see of this comedian?
Yeah, there's a comedian that could not hate me more. It's truly my nemesis who hates me and who I hate. It feels only right to honor her by mentioning her on this podcast. Her name is DJ Mausner. You can follow her on Twitter at DJ Mausner or 1-800-FIGHT-ME. She also has a website. It's her name. She does a bunch of shows. She does a bunch of stuff. Oh yeah, she has this podcast that I hate as an incel, where called Experts, where they interview women and non-binary people in comedy about their roles in comedy to learn about comedy and how to do it. So I hate that because I hate when women speak in general.
Sure.
But you should check it out if you are a feminist or whatever.
Wow, this is really hard for you. You're sweating, and your penis is producing a third color of semen.
Yeah, there's a new prong growing. There is a new prong growing.
Oh wow, and it's the prong of life and renewal. Oh my goodness, you're changing. It's absorbing the other prongs. It's absorbing the other prongs. The slug is out. Step on the slug.
Oh my god, I'm free!
It's a beautiful woman!
I'm free!
It was a woman all along.
And the slug is now saying, I'll be back. You haven't seen the last of me, and sliding into the floorboards of our house. Well, that's going down to the basement where Andy sleeps, so we'll see what happens. As always, the star of the show, it's my gorgeous boy, Andy. Say goodbye, Andy.
Goodbye?
Yeah, Andy doesn't know how to say it. Caught him off guard. And that's rule number 31. Always know how to say goodbye or you'll look like a fucking cuck shithead. Loser. Check me out online at lemonparty.com. Goodbye!